Okay. Now I'm going to explain about Varignon's principle of moments. So Varignon's principle states that the algebraic sum of moments due to all forces acting on an object about any point is equal to the moment of their resultant about the same point. That means whatever the forces acting on a point, the moment of those forces, the sum of moment of those forces must be equal to resultant or moment of resultant of the force acting about the same point. Now let us prove that by using a small diagram here. Let us take, now I have considered x-axis and y-axis as shown in the figure. This is center point, and here this origin point I have taken O, and one more point I am going to take it as A point, uh, at which the moments are to be find out. Now I am going to take two forces. This is one F1 force, and this is F2 force, and one more resultant I'm going to consider. Now I'm going to just join this by using this, and if you take this line from this, I'm going to erect perpendicular distance like this till F2 it becomes D2, and till F1 it becomes D1, and till R1 I am considering it as D distances. These are the perpendicular distances for forces F1, F2 and resultant. For F1 force perpendicular distance is D1, and for F2 force perpendicular distance is D2, and for R force perpendicular distance is D. Similarly, I am going to take here angles, that is from F1 it is theta 1, and from F2 theta 2, and for R it is theta. And similarly here also I am going to take the angles, that is for F1 theta 1, F2 theta 2, and for R it is theta. Same angles I have considered here also. Next, now I have completely drawn the figure is completed. Now I am going to take the distances, or find the distances, distance values of D1, D2 and D by using these triangles. So we have 1, 2, 3 triangles of angles theta 1, theta 2 and theta, and distances D1, D2 and D. By considering these triangles, you can form, by taking cos angles, you can find out the values of distances D1, D2 and D. Likewise, now D1 it becomes this side. If you take A, O, and this triangle, if you consider for theta 1, so this side becomes this distance, perpendicular distance I am going to find. The distance D1 becomes, it becomes OA into cos theta 1, OA into cos theta 1 this side. Similarly OA into cos theta 2 for D2, and for OA it becomes OA into cos theta with respective notations I have considered. Now let us find the moment of R about A point. That is, I am going to consider M suffix R, that is moment about R. So moment of this force R result, this is the resultant force, moment of this resultant about A point I am going to find out. So MR I have taken moment of R, which is equals to force into distance. So force is here R, and for this perpendicular distance is D. Now MR equals to, keep the R as it is, in place of D, D is OA into cos theta, OA into cos theta. Next, MR equals to OA, I am just taking outside, this R I am keeping inside just for rearranging to make it simplify. Now by the left side I am just taking, so if R is an inclined component, for this Rx will be R cos theta, and for Ry it will be R sin theta. Similarly like this. if it is r, this becomes rx and this becomes ry if theta is touching to x-axis. In the same format I have considered this one. Now here in this case my mr becomes oa into r cos theta. R cos theta is nothing but rx. So substitute rx in this equation, keep it as equation number 1. Similarly, find out the moment of f1 about a point. Now I am going to consider a moment of f1 is m1, which is equals to force into distance. Force is f1, this is force is f1, for this distance is d1, f1 into d1. Now m1 equals to f1, you keep it as it is, d1 becomes here oa into cos theta 1, oa into cos theta 1, which is equals to, so oa keep it outside, so here oa if you keep it outside, inside f1 cos theta 1. So f1 cos theta 1. Similarly for f1, fx equals to f1x equals to f1 cos theta 1. So it becomes f1x, m1 equals to f1x. This is equation number 2. Similarly, find out f2 at a, moment of f2 at about a point. So m2 I am going to give the notation as m2. m2 equals to, similar to this, f2 into d2. So this is force f2, force is f2, perpendicular distance till point a, it is d2. So it becomes f2 into d2. Now m2 equals to, similar to this, if you substitute the terms and simplify, you are going to get oa into f2x. oa into f2x you are going to get. Now what is the principal states here? Moment of these two forces, that means moment of f1 and f2, that is m1 plus m2. Moment of these two forces m1 plus m2 must be equal to mr. So let us prove that. So let us take the equations. oa, m1 value is oa into f1x plus m2 value is oa into f2x. Now here oa is common, take outside f1x plus f2x. So m1 plus m2 equals to oa into see here f1x plus f2x. The combination of these two becomes, that is f1x plus f2x. The sum of these forces must be are equal to resultant in x direction. So the forces are in the x direction, so it is the resultant value in x direction. So it becomes r into x, m1 into r into x. Now m1 plus m2 equals to, you got oa into rx. Now finally m1 plus m2 equals to, look at this, oa into rx. So look at the, go to equation number 1, mr equals to, here oa into rx is mr. So I am going to substitute in place of oa into rx equals to mr, m1 plus m2 equals to mr. This proves that Varignon's theorem, sum of the moments forces must be equal to resultant of the moment of the resultant about the same point I have considered. Look at it, I have considered the same point a, about a point, resultant at a point, force f1 at a point and force f2 at a point. All the forces about this same point I have considered. The moment of these two forces must be equal to moment of the resultant about the same point. This is about Varignon's principle. Next, coming to the problem, let us consider the problem. This grid problem, we take it, we call it as. Now here the question is here, find the equilibrium with respect to, once again, find the equilibrium or magnitude, you can call, and the magnitude and the resultant of the force acting on the lamina shown in the figure. That means you need to find the magnitude and also the distance of the x. Now here I am going to take up this problem. Now let us find the theta value here. So let see here, look at in this grid problem, they have given here 200 Newton force and 400 Newton force. and one more 600 Newton force is given. These two forces directly straight forces they have given, no need to resolve, only you need to resolve this 600 Newton force. So before resolving you need to find out the value of theta here. So let us find the theta value, that is I am going to take tan theta equals to, I'm just say highlight this the triangle, I'm going to highlight this triangle. If you look at this triangle portion, so this force is passing through the two grids. So if you take this outside like this, theta is here. What is this distances? Adjacent and opposite distance. So each grid, the total distance is given 400 mm. So each grid it is divided as 100 mm. 100 into 4 grids, it is 100 mm. So it is 100 mm. So it is cutting only one side of the grid. So it is 100 mm. So here from here to here it is taking place 1, 2. So it is 200 mm. So now opposite distance is 100 by 200. So you will get theta equals to some 26.57 degrees you will get. So this is theta value you got. Now you have to resolve this force. Here 600 it becomes, it is with respect to x-axis the theta is given. So 600 cos 26.57, here 600 cos sin 26.57. So here itself you can resolve like this. Now I am going to take up, before finding the resultant I need to find the sigma h and sigma v values. So let us take sigma h value. Sigma h is, here you can see this is 400, sigma h horizontal force, that is positive direction it is acting, and one more force, this one positive direction horizontal force, the value of this is plus 600 cos 26.57 degrees. So you are going to get some 936.66 Newton value. And similarly take out the sigma v value. Sigma uv, you can see here you have one vertical force acting upward, so it is positive, and here you can see one more force here. After resolving this component you will be having one more vertical force acting downward, so minus 600 sin 26.57. So you are going to get some minus 68.37 newtons. Now after getting sigma h and sigma v value, substitute in the resultant equation sigma h square plus sigma v square. Substitute the sigma h and sigma v values in this formula and get the value. So we may get after calculation 939.15 newtons. Similarly find out alpha value, that is tan inverse of sigma v by sigma h. Substitute the sigma h and sigma v values in this and calculate the value. So you are going to get some minus 4.17 degrees. Now let us consider, now you need to find the x distance. X distance you should find. X distance means now you have to apply the Varignon's principle. Applying the Varignon's principle, what it states, moment of forces. So how many moments are there here now? Means how many forces are there here, you have to check. Here you can see this is 400 Newton force, here 200 Newton force. So you need to find the moment about O point. This will not come while finding moment about O point, since it is the force is acting in the same line where moment point is acting. And if you come here in this point, you have two forces, and this force is acting in the same line where O is there, so this will also not come. Only this force and this force will exist while finding the moment. Now what the Varignon's principle states, that moment of resultant, that is moment of resultant R into X, force into distance, this is the moment of resultant MR. This is MR value. So what is the R value here? Already we have got R value, that is 939.15 into the X distance we don't know. This is what we have to find out here, X distance, which is equals to, that means if you consider a grid here, so my R is passing somewhere here in this quadrant, so O point is here. So I don't know the distance. This is, if you consider the perpendicular distance x, this is the unknown point. So I am going to consider like this. Now So moment of resultant equals to moment of other forces. So consider this 400, let us consider this force 400 Newton force, it is coming acting in this direction. Let us consider the moment like this, rotate the moment 400 into 400, the direction is positive, 400 into 400 distance, this is force, this is distance. Next, coming to this 600 Newton force, this force horizontal force, the value of this is, so if you can rotate in this sorry, this will not exist, and but take out the vertical force, this is 600 600 sine 26.57. if you rotate like this, it is acting in positive direction, so plus, this is plus, this is the force, this is force. What is the perpendicular distance? Till point 2, force is here, point is here, so from here to here distance, perpendicular distance is 400, so into 400 take. So by substituting this equation, only unknown is x, calculate and get the value of x equals to so value you are going to get, that is 284.67 millimeters, that is from point O. This is how you have to find out x distance by using Varignon's principle for this kind of problems.